Hi, you're watching Sipping Off the Cuff on TequilaAficionado.com, Tequila Aficionado Media, and probably YouTube. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio, and that young man over there is...
Rick Levy in San Diego.
Rick is one of our many TJs throughout Tequila Aficionado, and Rick and I have been just falling all over ourselves with the Escorpion line of Scorpion Mezcals. And Rick... This one,
we have a treat here. We have a Pechuga.
Yeah. Now, if you've seen our my video with Matt Metris, our other TJ, we sort of kind of did a Pechuga. It was an unusual tasting because we did it with Brujo Mezcal. Matt had the Espadin. I had the Pechuga. And I was really unfamiliar. The website had bad information. There was nothing that was we were able to pull from it. It was all in Spanish, which is okay with me. But I was unaware at the time that Pechuga is actually made with the heart of the maguey, with the heart of the agave. Which, if I thought about it, it's kind of redundant. But it was at a higher ABV. Now this one, everything you need to know about the Pechuga and about anything in this line is right there on the label. Everything.
This one's at 42.
Right. Doug French, the master distiller, hides nothing. Okay, and this is a 375, so you are looking at this correctly. It's not like I'm holding a Coke bottle or anything, but yeah, this is a Rick. What especially is the Pechuga made with? And this one's, like I say, 2 degrees, 2 percentage points higher than what we had previously at the Tobalat.
Well, from what I understand, the traditional Pechuga is something that's made it's sort of like made for the harvest celebration, end of summer, early fall, where they have, you have all of the ripe fruits and vegetables, coming out, and they will throw those into the still I guess it's on the final distillation, the final pass on the distillation. They'll throw in these additional things, these seasonal things, and to give another quality to the spirit. And so this one, they start out with 100% Espadin agave. And then they're putting into the still Oaxacan orange squash, red banana, pineapple, guava, crabapple, cinnamon. They're doing all that in the mash, it says. And then they're hanging a chicken breast in the still during the last distillation. So wow. I guess when they're making when they're doing the fermentation, are they fermenting it with the squash and the banana and the pineapple?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I know somebody out there who's had more experience with Pechugas can probably tell us. I'll be honest. This is outside of what I had with the Brujo Mezcal. I've not had a Pechuga that had a chicken breast, which is what Pechuga means. It means chicken breast. I've heard that they either use fruit and or a chicken breast. I mean, these days you can even get it. You can get a varietal that's made with Iberian ham. And
and I've heard of them. I've heard of them like hanging a turkey breast in there, or they'll hang some kind of meat. I've also heard of them putting rice into the still with it.
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. It's one of the more unusual varietals of mezcal, and I guess that's why it's not so widespread, and it's why it's so hard to come by, because it really is. I mean, Del Maguey was probably the first one I'd ever heard of that came out with a Pechuga, and you couldn't get a bottle. I mean, the batches were so small that you were lucky if your restaurant or bar got any. Let alone the public. So, I guess for our purposes here, this might be our first foray into a Pechuga. So I'm kind of anxious to see if I can pull out any of the fruit you know, what's so special about it? You know what I mean? Because I'm using my Glencairn glass, by the way.
So
We're playing a little bit with some glassware from Chisholm Trail. If you're following us, you know that we've been experimenting all season long with new glassware for tequila and mezcal, and we've been working with some prototypes and some standbys like Glencairn. Okay. There's more.
I'm definitely getting the Escorpion.
Right. That's what okay.
That's the main thing coming out for me.
There's a little bit more alcohol on the nose. Oh wow. Now I'm getting some wet cement of some sort.
Maybe it needs to open up a little.
Maybe so. It smells more like wet earth, wet cement. There's an earthiness that I'm getting on the nose. It's at a higher grade of alcohol, so there's just a touch more alcohol on the tail end of it if you dig a little bit deeper.
Yeah, it's not harsh or anything.
No, not at all. It's not the bloom fest that Tobola was, but it's not supposed to be.
Mm. It's a little bit more towards the herbal end. If you think of the Tobola as being fruity.
Yes. Now there's some sweetness as I go into the center, and there is like a banana. In fact, there is like banana leaves, like plantain leaves, like a baked plantain. And the reason I can tell that is because I've experimented with, you know, if you've seen any of our cooking videos, you've seen me do puerco pibil, which is we make in banana leaves, and Lisa, our CMO, also likes to make nacatamales, which are Central American tamales made with banana leaves. So a baked or cooked banana leaf is a familiar scent to me. And it's not a bad smell either. It's quite good.
Okay, I think I'm starting to pick that up now. I'm getting deeper into the glass.
Yeah, these are sealed in wax, and I've not opened mine, and neither has Rick. So we're both getting, you know, if there's any, these are of course at room temp, but still you're going to get a little bit of alcohol in it, and anything that was sealed in there has been let loose. So,
and they're just now beginning to breathe and oxidize.
Yep.
You know, when we're opening them here on camera.
Oh wow! Now it's blooming, but it's not the sweetness, like I say, that you get with the Tobola. It really is a whole earthiness. You know, more of a.
Yeah, I might be getting some of that crab apple.
Well, I did get the banana for sure, so. We gotta try it. Let's jump in and see what we got here.
Mm. Wow. Just incredible flavors off the palate right away.
Wow.
So flavorful.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
There's some pepper. There's some white pepper.
There's a burst of pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I'm getting the banana and the squash and the guava.
Yeah, all of it.
I think I'm getting all that
It's
stuff.
all in the flavor. It's not so much in the aroma. At least I couldn't get enough of it on the aroma, but the flavor just explodes on your palate.
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Huge flavor.
Yeah, this is some big mezcal, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like he's put together a nice combination too that it really works well with the Espadín.
Which reminds me, for the sake of narrowing down the details of the batch. Okay, let me read you what it says on the label, just so we get an idea. The region of the agave, San Dionisio, Ocotepec. The crop date was 6 years. Pot still, steam baked. The date of distillation May 2014 to February 2015. So it's a batch that came, the plants came from those dates. Gives you the distillery location, which we know, San Agustin de las Juntas, Oaxaca, Mexico, and Doug French is the master distiller. This is at 42 ABV, and it is a 375. So everything you need to know. Oh my, that aftertaste, that stays on your palate. That's just,
I cannot get enough of this.
Wow.
Oh. And you know, all of these flavors are coming together in an almost creamy texture.
Yes.
On the palate. I'm getting chills. I'm tingling. This is wonderful. What a treat!
I thought that
you gotta go find this. You gotta go find this. If I can find somewhere, I'm gonna grab a bowl I can.
Yeah, like I say, they come in 375s, folks, and a Pechugas are really hard to come by, as a rule. Wow, and it just lingers on your palate, and very much unlike some añejos and reposados that are designed to cling to your palate. This is just all natural. This is just, it's like it doesn't want to go away. I don't even have any in my mouth, and I can still taste it. There's still a retronasal in there. Oh man, there's some powerful stuff.
The flavors are really hanging with you on the finish.
Yes.
It's great. Pepper sensation lingering. It's the whole package. But I never would have expected the flavor to be that huge.
Me neither. This is some big mezcal, man.
Yeah.
Wow. There's a punch, and I'm not saying it's an agave punch like, when we have tequilas at a higher ABV. What we're saying is that the flavor is so full. The flavor profile is so full that you're astounded. You're like, what else is in there? It forces you to linger over the liquid. Whether it's the aroma or tasting it again. Wow. I'm blown away.
What a magical potion.
Oh, thank God they only come out of this, they only make this only certain times of the year, because wow.
Ooh. Well, we're definitely nominating this one.
Oh, hands down. Let's just give them the medal now. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, folks, you have got to go. If you do nothing else, and we're going to go through several other varietals as well. We sang the praises of Tobola. This Pechuga kicks butt. I'm telling you, man. Holy moly. This is when you want to hide from yourself. See, this is what, and I do that on occasion. I tell Rick off camera, this stuff is so good, I got to hide it from myself. And this is one of those, you'll have to hide from yourself. Because, as I said, these are delicacies. And this really needs to be, this is a crown jewel, man. This, wow. Wow. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better. The finish, it's a lingering finish, folks. And I've had more mezcals than Rick, and so I'm familiar, with the 45, 46 and a half, 47 ABV, something a lot higher with a big agave punch, big flavor. But this is only 42, and you're getting that much complexity with some great structure. The body that it has. That's amazing. I haven't even poured some more. I don't want to. It's like, oh my God. What's this going for? Can we find it anywhere? I mean, is it available like at Old Town Liquor? Tell me.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. The only information I have is from one article that I found online that said that the silvers of the Escorpion line were going for around $23. But I would imagine a Pechuga would have to be uppriced a little.
Oh. If you could buy it on the black market, do it. I mean, my gosh. Holy cats. This is what the big deal was all about. Wow, I am so happy. Personally, I'm very happy because it really pales by comparison to what I had previously with Brujo. I just didn't get it, and Brujo was at a higher ABV. I get this. I understand it. I understand what the big deal was, with Pechuga. Finally, thank you, Doug. Oh my gosh, wow. Brand of Promise nominee in the specialty agave category. Oh, we'll make something up. I don't know, because as it is, it's our first Pechuga. In the years that we've been doing mezcal, this is our first one. First official one, because like I say, I didn't get the other one. I just didn't understand it, and I may have to go revisit, and we will. When we get down to our Brands of Promise categories and nominees. But Brand of Promise nominee in the specialty agave category, you can't go wrong. Stick with us because we've got the rest of the line to go through. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio.
Rick Levy in San Diego.
You've been watching Sipping Off the Cuff with Escorpion Pechuga. Go find it. If you can find it, go get it. Don't ask questions. If you can buy it on the black market, do that too, because you won't be sorry. And stick with us. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe down below, and we'll be right back after a few more swallows with more of this beautiful Scorpion line. As we like to say here at Tequila Aficionado, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wise.